These are the notes I'll be using. Good evening. I'm here to speak briefly about the three pilgrimage festivals of the Jewish faith. These three festivals are mentioned in the Bible and have been observed by Jews for thousands of years. They are, by name, Sukkot, Pesach, and Shavuot. Let's look a little bit at each one of these. The first one is Sukkot. Sukkot is a harvest festival. Sukkot means booths, named after the booths that farmers would construct and live in the fields during the times of harvest. These booths allow the farmers to keep an eye on their harvest so that nobody would steal their harvest before they got a chance to harvest them. And also, it allowed them to dwell and work very close to each other in these times of labor. For 8 days, Jewish people live, eat, and sometimes sleep in these booths which commemorate the original booths. Actually, my speech is in one of these booths right now, since it is currently Sukkot time. The next festival is not till the spring, and that festival is called Pesach, or Passover, which commemorates the Exodus from Egypt. It is customary for family to get together and have a meal where they retell the story of the Exodus from Egypt. These meals can last very late into the night. There are several different practices and customs which we hold. We have 4 cups of wine, and we eat certain vegetables and dip them in certain dips. It is Jewish law that a Jewish person may not eat leavened bread during the 8 days of Passover. Instead, we eat matzah, which is unleavened bread, flat bread, baked very quickly at a high temperature. After Pesach comes Shavuot, which means weeks. We actually start counting right after the beginning of Pesach, 7 weeks until we reach Shavuot. Shavuot is a commemoration and celebration of the Jewish people receiving the Torah, or the Bible. It's also a commemoration of the mass revelation at Sinai. In order to observe the holiday, we stay up all night and study Bible passages and commentaries on them. Shavuot lasts 2 days. Some people even have the practice to stay up all night both nights, but at the very least, it's customary to stay up the first night. Also, there are foods which are customarily eaten on Shavuot, many dairy foods, and it's a time of great joy and celebration for people to get together with their friends and families and celebrate the lifestyle which comes with the receiving and keeping of the Torah. Now that we've looked at these 3 holidays individually, we can observe how they've been kept throughout the ages. In ancient Israel, it was law that every single male had to go up to the temple in Jerusalem on the pilgrimage holidays, and they would observe the holiday there. However, in current times, it's not possible for all the Jews worldwide to make it to Jerusalem every holiday. Obviously, for some, this is a very far journey. So we have ways which we can observe them in our own homes. One of the ways that I mentioned was by building a sukkah. Here you see me in back of my house in New Jersey, and yet I'm still observing a sukkah just like thousands of generations of Jewish people have done. We also have the Passover Seder, the meal which we retell the story of the Exodus. Even though this Seder cannot be done in Jerusalem, like it is customary to do so in ancient times, we still gather our family together and retell the story so that it will not be forgotten through the generations. And Shavuot also can be held anywhere that there is a Jewish community and a Jewish congregation to stay up all night and learn the Torah, which we celebrate receiving. These 3 holidays are very key focal points for the Jewish faith. It is essential for all members of the Jewish faith to observe them in some ways. Obviously, not everybody can make the pilgrimage. Lucky few still can, and they do so. But for the very least, it's important for somebody to observe these holidays so that they stay connected to their forefathers and to the Bible from which the commandments come. Thank you.